Good morning, children. Now I am going to take science for you. Okay, children. Now what I am going to take? Science. Okay, children. So in the last class I explained 3 lessons. Now this is 4th lesson. So if you have textbook, please take the textbook and open it. This is 4th lesson. Okay, children. It's page number 25. Okay, children. So the lesson name is living and non-living things. So we can study about living and non-living things. So first of all, what are living things? Can anyone say, children? The last class I have explained there. So living things have life in them and they move, they grow and all. But non-living things do not have life, they do not move. So we can study about this lesson in this class. Okay, children? So I'll read the lessons, listen carefully. Living and non-living things. Some things are alive, others are not alive, but were once and something were never alive. Living things have basic needs such as air, water, food and shelter if they are to survive. Different animals have different characteristics that help them to survive. Plants require water and nutrients to grow. So these are the time to warm up. So some are alive. So they have life in them. But others do not have life. But in the olden days, once they had life also. So then next is living things have what? Air, water, food and shelter. If we do not need this one, if we don't have this one, we are all non-living things and we can't live, we will die. Okay, children? Next. So different animals have different characters. So these characters help them to survive. This will help them to live. And plants require water and nutrients to grow. Now let us study about the non-living and living things. The world around us is filled with variety of things. They can be classified into 2 categories, living and non-living things. So this world has so much things, variety of things, different things. So these things are classified into 2 types. So first is living things and second is non-living things. So here they are given the picture of living and non-living things. So this is in the page 25. So in this picture, these are all living things. So first one is people. So they live, they breathe, they drink water, they move here and there. So they are living things. Next is animals. So animals also breathe. So they can eat food and they can move here and there. So this is also a living thing. Next is plants. So these plants also have life in them. They grow. Okay, children. So these are all living things. So which are living things? People, animals and plants. So for this one and all we will call it as living things. Living things means which have life in them and they survive. Okay, children. Next. In the next page, they are given some pictures. So they are all non-living things. So first one is that is a river, mountain and all is there. So that is a natural thing. So next one, house is there. That is a man-made things, but they are non-living things. They do not have life in them. Okay, children. So we can study about living things. We are surrounded by living and non-living things. All animal and plants are living things and biology is the study of these living things. A cat playing with a ball is obviously living. A pigeon flying from tree to tree is also a living thing. Living things grow and reproduce. Humans and animals produce young ones through various methods. Plants also have the ability to reproduce through seeds, stems, etc. After a period of time, all living things mature and die. So, we are living around our surroundings, no? So, we have living things and plus non-living things also. So, these both are surrounded by us. So, all animals and plants are also living things. So, there are also animals and plants also are living things. So, what is a biology means? Biology is the study of living things. So, in the biology, we can study about plants, animals and man, peoples and all. See, a cat will be playing with the ball. So, cat is a living thing and ball is a non-living thing. Next, pigeon will be flying from tree to tree. So, pigeon is a living thing and tree is also a living thing. So, living things grow and reproduce. Humans and animals also produce young ones, so means babies. They produce babies through various methods. So plants also have the ability to reproduce by how? By seed, stem, plant, flowers, fruits and all. So sometimes after a period, these all living things mature and they will die. So ನಮ್ಮ ಸುತ್ತಮುತ್ತ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸು ಮತ್ತು ನಾನ್ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ಜೀವ ಇರೋದು, ಜೀವ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇರೋದು, ಮತ್ತು ಅನಿಮಲ್ಸ್, ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳು, ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಟ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಎಲ್ಲ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸು. ಬಯಾಲಜಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನಂದರೆ ಜೀವಂತವಾಗಿರೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಬಯಾಲಜಿ ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಇವಾಗ ಬೆಕ್ಕು ಬಂದು ಬಾಲ್ ಆಟಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಆ ಬೆಕ್ಕು ಬಂದು ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಥಿಂಗು, ಬಾಲ್ ಬಂದು ನಾನ್ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಥಿಂಗು. ಮತ್ತು ಪಿಜನ್ ಬಂದು ಗಿಡದಿಂದ ಗಿಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹಾರ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಪಿಜನ್ನು ಮತ್ತು ಗಿಡ ಬಂದು ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಥಿಂಗು. ಸೊ ಈ ಜೀವ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ವ, ಅದು ಬಂದು ಬೆಳೀತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ರೀಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಮತ್ತು ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ಸು ಮತ್ತು ಅನಿಮಲ್ಸು ಅವರು ಯಂಗ್ ಒನ್ಸ್ನ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಮೆಥಡಲ್ಲಿ. ಮತ್ತು ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಟ್ಸ್ನು ರೀಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಫಸ್ಟು ಸೀಡು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಸ್ಟೆಮ್ಮು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಫ್ಲವರ್ಸು, ಫ್ರೂಟ್ಸು, ಆ ಥರ ಇದು ಬೆಳೆಯುತ್ತೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಅದು ಮೆಚೂರ್ ಆಗಿ ಅದು ಸತ್ತೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್? ಸೊ ಸಮ್ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ so easy to decide. Plants are living things, but they do not play with balls or fly. If something is living, it will carry out all of the 7 activities shown below. So sometimes we can't decide it easily. So plants is a living thing. So but it can't play like human beings, like cat and all. It can't play with ball or bat or anything, and it can't fly also. So it will be standing in only one place, these plants. So this type of living, they will carry out 7 characters. So there are 7 characters activities. The 7 characters are here: human beings, flowers, animal, birds, fish, butterfly. Okay children, next. So here are the 7 characters of living things. First one is feeding. Second one, breathing or respiration. Third one, growth. Next is reproduction. Next is movement. Next is excretion. Next is sensitivity. So these are all the 7 characters. So once again I will read that one. First one character is feeding. Means the milk, you will all drink, no milk and all, that is. Next is breathing or respiration. So what we take air inside, it is called breathing. So next is growth, from small baby to adult child, after child to adult, so that is a growth. After it comes to reproduction. Next is movement. So when a baby grows, it will be moving, that is called movement. Next is excretion, and last is sensitivity. Now read the spelling of these 7 characters. Feeding, feeding. Second one, breathing or respiration. breathing, breathing. respiration, respiration. Third one is growth. growth, growth. Next is reproduction. reproduction, reproduction. Next is movement. movement, movement. Next is excretion. excretion, excretion. Next is sensitivity. So spelling is sensitivity. So these are all sensitivity. So these are all 7 characteristics of living things. Children, so I'll once again explain this one. So there are two categories, that is living things and non-living things. So first, living things means people, animals and plants. So non-living things means they could be natural and man-made things. So for example, natural things, that is rivers, mountains and also that is a non-living things. For man-made things means house, pencil, eraser, table, bench. So that are all man-made things and it has no life. So we call it as a non-living things. So around our world, around our surroundings, we can see living things and non-living things. So animals and plants will be there, no? That is a study of biology. So it is a living things. So cat will be playing with the ball. So their cat is a living thing. And pigeon will be flying from tree to tree. So that pigeon and tree is a living thing. So living things grow and reproduce, and animals also grow and reproduce. So plants also have that habit of reproducing by what means by seeds, stem, etc. So after some period it will be matured and it will die. So we can't easily decide this one, plants or animals. So plants, that is a living thing, but it can't play with the ball or it can't fly in the air. So there are 7 activities shown below. There are 7 characteristics. That is first one feeding, second one breathing or respiration, third one growth, fourth one reproduction, fifth one movement, sixth one excretion, seventh one sensitivity. Okay children. So shall I ask question? Any doubt children? Shall I ask question? Okay children. So what is the world around us filled with? So the world around is filled with variety of things. So how many categories can be classified? So they can be classified into 2 categories. So which are they children? So they are living things and non-living things. So give the example for living things. So the example of living things are people, animals and plants. So what is a non-living thing children? So non-living things means that have no life in them. So give examples for non-living things children. So examples of non-living things are house, ball, table, TV, mountain, rivers, and these are all non-living things. So give examples for man-made things. So examples of man-made things are house, table, chair, board, bench. Okay children. So what is a biology? What is the study of biology children? So the study of biology are living things. The study of living things is called biology. So into how many characteristics of living things are classified children? So they are classified into 7 characters. So which are they children? So they are First one feeding, second one breathing or respiration, third one growth, fourth one reproduction, fifth one movement, sixth one excretion, seventh one sensitivity. So these are the 7 characteristics. So you have any doubt, children? Okay. I think you could have understood. Still there is lesson. I will explain in the next class. Okay, children? Thank you, children.